What is up, everybody? My name is Fernando, videographer here at Sweetwater, and I'm back in front of the camera to show you guys a very unique piece of gear to add to your camera bag. This right here is the Insta360 X3. The Insta360 X3 is a 360 camera, which you could grasp from the name itself. It's a very unique camera that I would say isn't meant to be your main camera, although you could use it as your main if you'd like to, but it definitely adds a lot of color and unique angles to your filming. Before diving into some of the specs, first let's talk real quickly about how the Insta360 camera actually works. As you can see by the two big round lumps on the front and back, it has two cameras, each having a 1/2-inch high-resolution sensor that shoot a little past 180 degrees to create the full 360 angle that it shoots in. Now, the reason that it is over 180 degrees each is because it has to compensate for the camera itself, which it stitches out along with the selfie stick, making the 360 shooting angle truly a full 360. All right, now let's go ahead and talk specs. The Insta360 X3 has a 2.3-inch touch display in which you can navigate through your settings and preferences along with preview images and videos you've taken. It's a good sized screen to play back your videos while still maintaining the body's portability. Here's my iPhone 13 Pro Max for comparison. As mentioned before, there's two cameras, each shooting up to 5.7K at 30 frames per second in either 360 shooting mode or in a flat single lens mode, which utilizes just one of the cameras to shoot in a more traditional format. And for those wondering, yes, it can shoot in 24 frames per second at either 4K or 5.7K. If you're wanting to shoot at a higher frame rate, you can with 4K at 60 frames per second. Or you can try the bullet time mode, which does allow you to shoot at 4K in 120 frames per second or even 3K at 180 frames per second. Only thing about this mode is that it's primarily used for this one specific camera movement, which means it is only capturing the bottom half of the camera angle. So if you want those cool rotating slow-mo shots you tend to see at a wedding on a platform, you can now have that anywhere you go with the X3 in its bullet time mode, as you can see right here. To assist with any action shots you may want to capture, there's flow state stabilization, which helps keep your shot steady. To show you how it works, here I am running with my iPhone in one hand and the X3 with flow state stabilization turned on in the other hand. Notice the differences in how stable the 360 camera is compared to the iPhone. It's also capable of taking 72 megapixel 360 photos for those who've got too big of a family or friend group to fit into a single frame. On top of that, it can shoot 8K time lapses in 360 as well. And as for audio, this device does have 4 onboard mics with 48 kilohertz stereo recording to help capture your audio no matter what side of the camera you're on. And here's an example of what the audio sounds like coming right out of the onboard mics from the Insta360 itself. Now, you can't really compare it to a shotgun mic, for example, but it definitely is usable and can get the job done. To finish off the spec list, we have an 1800 milliamp hour removable battery with an estimated 60 to 80 minute battery life depending on how you use it, and IPX8 rating, which means that this thing is waterproof up to 33 feet. You may or may have not noticed that this entire time I've been using the Insta360 2-in-1 invisible selfie stick / tripod, which the Insta360 does a great job at stitching out of frame. It's a great length while still being very convenient in size for portability. Just keep in mind this is not included with the Insta360 X3, but is a must-have accessory. And it's really affordable, so it's definitely a no-brainer. But let's say you forgot to buy the selfie stick. How can you still use this camera without a selfie stick, you ask? This, my beautiful people, is where nose mode comes in, and Nick DiVirgilio is going to show us how that works. Let's be real, after seeing that, nose mode is the only reason that you need to buy this thing. And the final thing that I wanted to mention is the Insta360 app that you download in order to edit all this 360 footage. The app makes it easy to cut and reframe your footage as desired, and there's also a Mac and Windows version as well. And that is the Insta360 X3. I hope I was able to teach you guys a thing or two about 360 cameras and how fun and useful they can be and why you should add this to your arsenal of content creation gear. If you have any questions about the Insta360 X3 or any other content creator gear that we sell here, please reach out to your Sweetwater sales engineer or go to sweetwater.com for all of your music, instrument, pro audio, and content creation needs. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below letting us know what you would like us to film in nose mode next. Click here for more videos like this.